Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to do the new moon reading for Aquarius. We're going to get right into it for our lovely Aquariuses out there. The new moon, it's time of sowing seeds, new beginnings, right? Starting new journeys, things like that. Coming up with ideas for new projects. Alright, my lovely Aquarius. I hope this first half of the year is treating you guys good. We're coming up to the summer solstice soon. So, let's see what your animal spirit card is for this new moon period. My lovely Aquarius. I love Aquarius, air signs. Being Sagittarius, we get along. Aquarius, new moon period. What's going on for our lovely Aquarius this June new moon? Wow, cheetah, fire energy. Interesting. You're moving fast, Aquarius. You're moving fast. Cheetah. Wow. So the cheetah is quite interesting, right? Because cheetahs move fast, but in short bursts, right? So this talks about short bursts of inspiration, right? Working in short bursts and then like stopping, maybe start, stop kind of energy, right? You're also poised, right? The cheetah is about focus. It's about concentrating all of his physical energy towards one goal, right? You can see that he's very single-minded. So this is a very kind of channeled, fiery energy, right? And then when it's let go, it's like boom. It's almost like chariot energy, but only and it fits and starts sort of thing. So it's quite interesting. I haven't pulled the cheetah in quite some time. So it's interesting to pull that card. It certainly hasn't come out in any of the other new moon readings for quite some time. But yeah, so that's your energy right now for this new moon. And it could be that you're starting something new as well with this kind of like really like this really kind of quick, fast-paced kind of like we're off to the races sort of thing, right? So let's see. What's our Aquarius is looking at this new moon period with this cheetah energy? June. I think the cheetah also talks about really having your senses, heightened senses. You know what I'm saying? Also talks about balance, right? The cheetah has a lot of balance. If you ever see a cheetah run, their tails almost act like a Geiger, right? So like their tails offset, you know, their ability. That's how they're able to run so quickly and then turn, right? Just like and make a quick turn. Right, so if you think about that kind of skill that a cheetah has to be able to attack something very quickly and passionately, but they have this ability to, you know, at any moment make an adjustment, right? Make an adjustment at the same pace, right? They don't lose any momentum, right? Let me just make sure. I think a card might have flipped. No, okay. They don't lose any momentum. So it's quite interesting energy, right? It's like you're very single-minded. You're on a path, you're ready to hit it really fast, but you have this ability right now to like be very kind of like thinking on your feet, change course if you have to without losing much momentum. What's going on with our lovely Aquarius? This will be interesting reading for you guys. Let's see. Alright, we're going to take every card in turn. I got quite, you know, I get a quite calm energy right now for you guys for this reading. Sometimes I do a reading and it's really like kinetic. This one's quite calm. Knight of Wands crossed with Knight of Cups. Interesting. Alright, so bottom of the deck you have King of Cups. A lot of people. A lot of people in your life right now playing a role, right? And King of Cups, you know, he is kind of the figurehead, you know, grandpa type of figure sometimes, you know, the lovable father. Sometimes he comes up in a romantic setting. Here, I'm not sure about it so much, unless you're the King of Cups, but I don't feel that. I feel like this could be like a family member that's looking out for you. You know, someone that you had great affection for, although he had a masculine energy person, right? So like a grandfather, an uncle, a great uncle, you know. I feel like that energy is around you right now. And in the center, you've got Knight of Wands and Knight of Cups. So, interestingly enough, I feel like the Knight of Wands, right, might be somebody coming in for you. Excuse me, Knight of Cups might be somebody coming in for you, Aquarius. This is the Knight of Cups. Here you present at the center, Knight of Wands, right? So, even though this is fire, Wands is fire, right? Knight is air, element of fire. So this is very much you, Aquarius, right? And you're kind of on the move anyway, right? Because you've got the cheetah energy here, animal spirit, you know, behind you this month. So you have certainly that Knight of Wands, very fast-paced energy right now. Fiery air energy, perfectly. But this crossover, this Knight of Cups, this is quite interesting. I feel like this is somebody crossing you. I'm hesitant to say coming in for you because I'm not sure what the other cards say just yet. But there's definitely a person in your sights or in your kind of sort of, I don't want to even say blocking, but they're there, right? They're on your path. If I say like you're on your path, right, this person is right dead set in the middle of the path with their energy. So we'll figure this out as we go along. It's quite interesting. But it's like your perfect match, right? Your perfect match. Now this could be romantic or friend or sort of almost someone that, you know, that might just be literally blocking you. So we'll see. At the bottom, you've got the Chariot. So, yeah, you're kind of poised. Again, the Chariot, that's what I said earlier. Chariot energy in a way, yeah. Right? Or if I do it this way, they're facing each other, right? So, yeah, that kind of like potential energy that's building up, building up. That's what the Chariot talks about. It talks about like planning your vision, right, and getting everything ready, and you're getting this kind of really excited feeling. It's building up because you're ready, right? You're ready to go forward. It could be like you're opening up a business or a store, or you're going forward in like with a career path or something. Whatever it is, it's like definitely a forward momentum for you, but you want everything to be right. You want to have your vision right. You want to know exactly the path you're going to go on, because once you release this Chariot, he's just going to go, right? So that's what you're on. That's what you're kind of dealing with right now. Yeah, you certainly have some abundance. You've worked very hard for where you're at right now, Aquarius. Nine of Pentacles is beautiful. That's the successful one, right? That's the one who's worked. You've really worked hard. May have taken some time for you to save or to get to a certain level with your career. But the warning with the Nine of Pentacles is, you know, have you done this at the expense of relationships? Do you feel like you're lonely in your money? You know, in your affluence that you've attained. You know, have you, you know, perhaps Nine of Pentacles is a time when you've arrived, but now you're starting to think about, you know, family relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, you know, relationships that you may have had to sacrifice along the way. You may be finding yourself a little bit alone in your kind of wealth, because the nine is the number of the relating to the self, and it's also the number of being secluded and separated, alone. Nine is the Hermit, remember? So Nine of Pentacles definitely has that energy, but it doesn't mean to say that that's how you feel. It can just be, it's a warning, you know, it's at that stage before you get to the 10 of Pentacles of completion. It's at this stage that, you know, many of us, when you get to a certain place, you think about those, especially if you have reached this kind of level. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You've reached like a level of wealth and abundance, right? So whenever that happens, you always think about those that you left behind or those that couldn't come with you. You know what I mean? You miss relationships and things like that. So it's just a slight warning, but you're doing quite well. And you need to be proud of yourself for that because this is a very positive card. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning. So something's definitely going on. That's why this Chariot is here. I think recently you've had some really nice opportunities coming for you. See? Wheel of Fortune, you probably are feeling quite... yeah, things are opportunities are coming in that perhaps you're like, wow, you know, this is opportunity of a lifetime, you know. It's the Wheel of Fortune, so not misfortune. So these are real opportunities that you're wanting to take advantage of. And here's the King of Wands. So there's someone definitely, I think, in your life who is a very domineering person, right? A very fiery person, but you look up to this person. You feel very affectionate toward this person, right? And they are there with you, right? In your focus. They're there to help you. Could be that they're a mentor of yours, right? It could be a relative, a parent, but it could also be just like a mentor in your field. Someone you really look up to, Aquarius, but they're there in a very kind of like supportive, they play a supportive role for you. Okay, they're there as a supportive role for you. And some communication is coming in for you, some new communication is coming in that you need to pay attention to. So clearly you need to pay attention to it because it's showing up in the reading. So it's playing center stage. Now, this could certainly be a communication that's coming in after you having had some opportunities come forward. You may have acted on those opportunities, or this Page of Swords could represent like more information about those opportunities coming in, right? So if this resonates with you, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? So you need to really think long and hard about this because you are kind of at a crossroads with the Chariot coming up, also a major arcana. You are certainly at a crossroads with regard to moving forward and getting momentum to manifest your vision for your life. Wherever you are in life, you could be 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever you envision for the next part of your life, you're quite poised to get on with it. And I think a lot of it has to do with these opportunities coming in. So pay attention to whatever communication is coming in, or letters, phone calls, people that you might be meeting with. Lovers, wow. Okay, so there's a love aspect going on here. Could be that you're coming towards a lover. Could be that you're falling in love with someone. Yeah. Interesting. King of Wands is over here next to the Lovers. This could be someone that you're falling in love with, right? That embodies that kind of energy. Could be male or female. It doesn't have to be a man, right? But it could be someone, again, that you have a lot of respect for. That's a very fiery character. Passionate, right? Huh. Could be this is you, right? So it could be Aquarius. You're feeling like you want to move towards someone as well, right? But this King of Wands, I just feel like that's someone older. There may be an age difference here, right? Could be someone who's quite a bit older than you or younger than you. So that could be what it is as well, right? Because I feel it's almost as if like this is kind of fresh, new love. You're the Knight of Wands, right? Right down here presenting. So like King of Wands, you know, you have a lot in common and all that, but there's certainly an age difference, right? So this could be one of those type of scenarios where you're in kind of a quandary about that, right? If this is about love, if you're not involved right now and you do have a new lover coming in, Aquarius, I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone who's quite unusual for you to normally fall in love with. And there's the Sun. Yeah. So Sun comes out when, yeah, when we come together, when everything is working out, relationships are working out, work is working out, you know, everything is like fitting perfectly together. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, you know, the sun just shines when it's happiness, it's joy. You feel happy. You're going to be feeling very, very happy. You're going to be feeling very content come later on this month, as if you've kind of arrived in a place that you're just really, really kind of satisfied with. It's also going to reaffirm everything that you've done in terms of making the decisions. Whatever decisions you make, you're going to get reaffirmations later on this month that they were absolutely the right decisions. And there it is, the Two of Wands. It's all the signs to move forward. You're ready to move forward now to plant the seeds for the next life. This is a perfect new moon reading. Two of Wands has come up in almost every single reading. Two of Wands is absolutely about persevering and fighting and going forward with the next step in your plan. So here he is, sowing the seeds. The Ace of Wands is the inspiration for the idea. So like I said, new moon is the time when you begin new things. So yeah, you're starting. You're ready. This is the perfect time now. Beautiful. This is really, really, really beautiful. Now, this is to say, I'm going to get some clarity. So when I say to start new things at a new moon, it's not like, okay, every single new moon, which is every 28 days, you start something new. It just means that for me, when I do a new moon reading, it hones in on messages for those of you out there who are about to embark on something new. And then it gives me clarity on it. Not everybody is embarking on something new, right? Not everybody is embarking on something new now, right? But I do the reading at the new moon period because that helps me tune into that type of message. So I can get a message through for those people who are at the moment in their lives at a place where they're about to embark on a new adventure. This does not resonate with everyone because not everyone is embarking on a new adventure. And not, and then this is not to say that everyone has to do it at the new moon period. I just do the readings at the new moon period to get in the message. Okay? I hope you get the distinction there. But in any case, we're going to get some clarity on this. For those of you, Aquarius, who are at a crossroads in your life, okay? This is the energy that I'm getting through. Show me. Show me what's going on with the Aquarius. And yeah, it's certainly, I wonder now, whatever these opportunities are, they could really relate to anything as well. In this spread here, it's just something that you feel quite passionate about, certainly. Or it can also be not even like necessarily a career or a job or anything like that. It could just be the direction that you want your life to take right now, Aquarius. Because I'm not necessarily getting so much of a specific Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands. A lot of fire. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Wow. What the fuck? Sun and Sagittarius. Nine of Wands. This has been coming up for every reading as well. Check out some of my other readings, guys. I mean, if you have planets in other signs and you want to check out a bit of the other new moon readings, you can go forward into the deeper part of the reading where the clarity cards are, and you'll see that a lot of these same cards have been coming up. Ace of Swords for the other readings as well, and Five of Swords. Wow. Well, bottom of the deck, here we go. Princess of Cups is back again too. She was just here for the last reading, I think, for Capricorn. All right, so I hope that's clear. All right, good. Yeah, it's focusing. Wow. So yeah, you're feeling kind of free, carefree, right? Carefree. Feeling very young in love and fresh. It's like a whole new you, you feel like you want to have something new with someone, very flirtatious. Could be that you just want to flirt right now. And, it's a fresh kind of Princess of Cups energy. Lot of fire, Aquarius. A lot of fire. Yeah, here it is. You have had an inspiration, right? You've had some new inspiration that's come to you. So when I said earlier, what I wanted to clarify earlier is that I wasn't necessarily talking about, in this particular reading, before I laid down the clarity cards, I didn't necessarily get a message specifically of what you were embarking on. Some of the other readings, I could tell that, that particular sign, that reading was for someone who's embarking on a very creative endeavor. Or some of the other readings were people who were finishing up legal matters, right? But for you, it was just kind of like, there's going to be a change. You're ready for a change, but I couldn't quite see just yet where that would be. Now, when I pull the clarity card, I get the Ace of Wands, which is all about new creative inspiration. So, it is something very creative for you, something passionate, right? Something that you really, really feel strongly about. It could be some kind of project to do with art or some kind of creative process that you are really involved with, or a creative process to your career. But in some way, whatever kind of job or whatever it is that you do that makes you happy and that you make that everybody has something they do, right? You're getting inspiration. You're getting these great ideas coming in, and you've had this wonderful idea and you're ready to do it. I can see this being, like I said before, like opening up a store or a shop or going somewhere or working on a particular um working on a particular project that's going to involve traveling, you know what I mean? Or something like that, right? Where you're going to maybe write a book at the end of it or whatever. It's a very dynamic thing, and that's why this chariot is here. It's like you're ready to go, right? As well here, Knight of Wands. So, your Knight of Wands here. Right? If this is you, again, and I feel like it is. I feel like you're feeling very passionate right now. You want to go. You're feeling creative. And so, of course, you're the Knight of Wands also. So you're ready to take this idea forward. You're ready to take the inspiration that you got here forward. And it certainly has something to do with your career, because it's laying right on top of your career card here, the Nine of Pentacles. So this is like a promotion or a new, like you might be working for a company and going to open up a new branch. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or you might be working for a theater company and now you're putting on your own play, right? That you've come up with or whatever. It's like that kind of thing, right? You might have done very well at your job and you thought that reached the best you could reach for your age and and your experience, and yet now you've come up with this great idea and you're ready to go forward, and it's going to put you back into center spot, like, you know what I mean? Or you've come up with some idea that's going to be good in tech. You come up with an app. This is like big inspiration, and this is a lot of passion coming forward. Wheel of Fortune is here as well with Queen of Cups. So also quite recently, there's been some opportunities with a love connection. Someone there wants to share love. The Queen of Cups talks about having your heart on your sleeve, expressing your love. She expresses her love. She likes to share her love with people. She likes to receive love, right? So it can be that most recently you may have been dealing with a family figure, like a mother, right? That you may have had to care for. And in some way, this has had something to do with these new opportunities that have come through, right? It may be that you, through some sharing of love or caring, right, or nurturing, these opportunities were presented to you. Now, I don't know how that was. It could be that you just took care of someone and they gave you an idea about something. Or it could just be that you had a love connection with someone where you guys were talking heart to heart, and then you realized that, they know somebody who knows somebody, and it's like, oh, a great, you know what I mean? Somehow or another, some kind of connection most recently that was quite a caring, gentle connection, right, is the one that kind of opened up the door for these opportunities. Now here comes the Knight of Cups again, presenting on top of the King of Wands. That is, again, this Knight of Cups is jumping around. I feel like this is someone again coming in for you. Interestingly enough, right, this King of Wands, like I said before, I feel like this is, certainly a character who's playing a role, right? They're playing, some kind of role in your life right now. But this Knight of Cups came in the center as well. I feel like this Knight of Cups is certainly someone who's got their eye on you, right? And I want to laugh now because I almost feel like this King of Wands here is somebody who cares about you, Aquarius, who certainly there's an age difference, I think. They may either be older, they might be quite a bit older than you, right? But they really care for you, and I almost feel like there's a little bit of jealousy between this person who's coming in for you and this person, because he's like, He's come as a clarifier here. Now, either they could be at loggerheads, all right, Aquarius. They could be like two people who are like, you know, that typical, like the one who loves you because he's a long-term friend, right? And the one who's coming in for you who's like kind of your own age or like you're at your peer level, whatever that age may be, right? And he's like, yeah, okay, but back off, you know, like you're like a daddy character to her, you know, or you're like a mother figure to him, you know, I'm the girlfriend or I'm the boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm giggling, because I feel like this is, you know, this is kind of the energy that might be going on there. Right? Or it could even be that they're like this person, this character in your life is kind of like, yeah, well, how could you, you know, how could you fall for this? You know, what do you see in that? You know what I'm saying? So there's certainly, there could be that as well. But there's also, it could be also that they know each other, right? Interestingly enough, I see over here the 5. I've jumped over to 5 of Wands. There is strife. So I think there's some strife going on. This could also just be two people who are coming at you. Could be multiple lovers who are just coming forward and they're kind of battling it out, right? But Knight of Cups is the one who's taking center stage here. His energy is the one that's dominating you, right? Certainly dominating you, Aquarius. And Aquarius, you're not opposed to multiple relationships anyway. Honestly, I've known Aquarius before. They you know, and it's like to them, it's not even like they're cheating. It's just like they, you know, they're very kind of polyamorous in general by nature, you know. So here you got the Page of Swords and the Knight of Wands coming through. So yeah, it's been kind of like a message coming through. You've done a lot of hard work. Right? So you've had a lot of battles. You won a lot of battles. That makes perfect sense. Nine of Wands talks about winning a lot of battles. You have to win a lot of battles to get to this level of status. You know? And so, yeah, you're, you know, that kind of energy, that kind of doggedness and determination, right, has a lot to do with this communication coming through, this conversation with this Page of Swords. You know, hang in there, basically. Hold on, keep your strength, because like I said, these opportunities are coming in and they may help you manifest your inspiration, you know. So you kind of have to endure. Don't get too impatient. You know what I mean? Nine of Wands is kind of like, he looks back on the battle and he's like, oh, see, these are all the arrows of all the battles you've won. But you still have, you know, you still have to win the war. And that means taking a break, a breather, gathering all of your strength and, you know, finishing it up so you can get to the finish line, which is 10 of Wands, right? And this information or this Page of Swords, which could be a meeting with someone, it could be a letter from someone, right? But it's some kind of communication that's going to take your strength to deal with, right? But it will get you on your way to moving forward. Because this is what's covering the Chariot down here. Underneath of all of this, what's the energy that's underneath of this, urging you forward, is this inspiration that you've got that you know you need to manifest. You have this whole vision. Could it be like you invented something? You know what I mean? It's like whatever it is, you've had this whole vision and you really want to manifest it. So here you need to keep pushing. You know, you need to keep battling. And it could be also, Page of Swords could be like meetings that you could be having, negotiations, right? That's an example of what I'm talking about. And you have to persevere and be strong, be professional, and just like dig deep, even though you feel like, damn it, this should have all been done by now, or this should be, you know what I mean? You know, I try to come up with examples and with the messages I see, you know, the message I want to give that I'm getting out of the cards to you guys without being so vague. I like to try to give you concrete examples of what I'm talking about, scenarios that are representative of what I'm talking about. And that's a perfect scenario, right? When you're having like meetings with people, you're having a lot of back and forth communication about something, and it's very frustrating, and each one of them feels like a little battle, but you know you have to get through it to get your vision. You know, to make that film or to make that play or to get that invention out there, or to get that store, or to get, you know what I'm saying, or to get that promotion, whatever, how grand or small the objective is, you know that this is what you have to do to realize it. And here's the Lovers, interestingly enough. So you've got this side story going on in your love life as well, and there's strife. So yeah, I certainly feel like you got some multiple party issue going on here, Aquarius. You know, and it's like Lovers seems to indicate only two, but The lovers, yeah. You can be lovers with, what do they say? If you can't be with the one you love the one you with. It's very much that kind of energy. Like, you're going to love somebody, goddammit. And if whether it's the one you're in love with or not, you're going to enjoy yourself because you got a couple of hearts going on. You got the Knight of Cups. He's all over the place for you. He's constantly in. This guy could just be somebody who's just in your face, right? And then you've got this other one who's like fiery as hell too, but he's a little bit more mature. Now this could be women also, right? This could be women or men. You could be man or woman, doesn't matter. I know most of my audience are women, but if you're a man, it's vice versa. You could be a man and you've got two women on the go. You've got one who's like an older woman and you've got another one who's a younger woman. And the younger one is like raring to go. And you're not really looking towards either one of them necessarily for one. You're just kind of having, if you're with this one, you're going to love her. And if you're with the other one, you're going to love her, right? I don't see commitment here. Right? I don't see commitment here because you know why? You're just so much invested in this right now. You're so much invested in your path right now. Certainly your career and your passions and your other passions besides love or relationship, that the strife that you're going through right now is just kind of like to the side. It's like, it's that bickering. It's that three-party bickering. Well, she said this or he said that. Why are you going to keep calling him back? Why do you let him call you? Or vice versa. Why do you keep taking her text messages? It's that kind of thing, right? It's a battle of wills, but you're really just not concerned with all of that right now because you're just so on your path. I do feel, however, that one person is really starting to take kind of full stage. Like I said, they're taking center stage in terms of taking up your interest. So that's quite interesting there. It could be that, you are in love with the one person, but you've kind of put that, the forward action of that relationship almost to the side to deal with all this other stuff. But this person is very much present in everything you do. All right, the Sun is here with Ace of Swords. So yeah, you're going to get a victory coming in. Ace of Swords is that like, okay, you got the part. You got the job. You got this, yes, we agreed to the price. Yes, yes, yes. Ace of Swords is after the Page of Swords and all these meetings and shit over here that you've had to hold on to, and that Sun and Sagittarius. Now you can kind of enjoy yourself because you've kind of got the go-ahead, right? The Sun is there and the Ace of Swords is there. So you've got, this new, you've got some kind of affirmation coming through. Tangible affirmation coming through that, yes, it's all a go and you're happy and it's all the way it works out the way it should have worked out. Okay, now you will have here, this is towards the end of the cycle, meaning towards the end of this month in a way, right? This end of this new moon to new moon cycle. But, or when I say, it can also just be towards the end of this whole cycle. Now, if this whole cycle for you is it can take months, right? But you'll see the signs coming in. You know what I mean? Like, it would never, like, this is not a year reading. So, you should be seeing, hopefully, signs of everything that I've told you here within the next 4 weeks. But that's not to say that everything will complete then. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you should see affirmations, and that's what the readings are about sometimes as well. You should see affirmations about some of this stuff if it resonates with you. Okay? If it resonates with you. Now, my point here is to say that this doesn't mean that all of this is going to necessarily come in within the next 4 weeks, but it's coming in. And you'll see signs of it coming in, right? It's not like it's just boom, out of the blue, it happens at some point. You should see affirmations and signs that you're on the right track. And then also you'll be around that period also, there's going to be some worry, right? 5 of Swords talks about some backhanded kind of like hateration. It talks about people like playing unfair. Right? Not necessarily 7 of Swords, which is kind of like thieving your ideas, but this is more like playing unfair, lying, cheating, cheating. So watch out. There's some energy out there. There's somebody out there who's going to be, perhaps might be jealous and might be not playing fairly with you, Whenever there's like, a lot of inspiration and positivity in the reading about someone going forward and, um, increasing, right, their levels of abundance and things like that, or getting their wish fulfillment. There always seems to be a card coming up like this, like a 5, which is always like a power struggle card. And here you have 5 as well. So there's power struggle in your life. And that always comes up because there's always people who are going to kind of like, when they see you're doing well, or just forces out there. But I call, forces people, people. People can be very cruel. I always say people don't need a reason to be cruel. They just need an opportunity, right? And if they have a reason, even worse. So, when you're certainly, here you go with this 2 of Wands here, you're ready to go forward. There's always going to be a little jealousy, and so watch out. Watch out for people who are there to try to like knock you off your path, Aquarius. All right? Remember, you've got the cheetah animal spirit, and, the cheetah is fierce, fast, determined, strong, and able to adjust at the drop, at a middle, whatever, millisecond, right? And maintain their speed and momentum even, right? So once this chariot goes, be for sure that it's going to be a wild ride. And take care of these lovers you got coming at you, Aquarius, because that could get ugly too. All right, so I hope this resonated with you guys. I love Aquarius so much. Yeah, if it did, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. Check out the other readers. Always check out other readers. Look at other readings. Check out other videos. If this didn't resonate with you, hopefully you'll find someone whose reading does. All right, but for right now, I just got to tell you, I love all you Aquarius, and I hope you have a great new moon June. Bye.